stunned by how the BJP can be so duplicitous and so brazen about it. Now, here are 2 points I wish to make. There are many, but I will keep it down to 2 to begin with. Number one, Mr. Rao, Mr. Modi, and the entire BJP needs to know that the Ram temple, which is coming up, and it's being welcomed by Indians from all over the country, across communities and everyone. I think every citizen will welcome the creation of the Ram temple. This is a Supreme Court verdict that has led to the Ram temple. For the BJP to politically hijack what was a controversial issue, we all know it went through its legal processes. The Supreme Court, in a unanimous verdict, said that this is the way they found a solution to the Ram temple dispute. For the BJP to make political capital out of that, I think to my mind is the ultimate form of vulgarity and it's dubious politics that the people of India have seen through. Whether it was another government today, the Ram temple would still come up. So I think Mr. Rao and Mr. Modi and the BJP need to realize that the people of India were not born yesterday. My point number 2, you are right, Navika, when you said that the Uniform Civil Code suddenly comes up when the BJP finds itself in a political hot waters. But here is a twist to the tale. I will tell you why the BJP exploits even the Uniform Civil Code as nothing but an electoral stunt. Think about it. Before the Gujarat and the Himachal Pradesh elections, the BJP went to town in their manifestos in these 2 states saying that we will come up with a Uniform Civil Code. I want to ask Mr. Rao, since when did states begin to have the right to create a uniform civil code? I always thought this was a matter for the center to adjudicate on and create a political consensus on. But the BJP, in its desperation to try and prove that this is our agenda, gave it to the states. And I wonder how they did that. I mean, it's an ultimate form of hypocrisy. It's a lie. It is, what I call as the ultimate fake news, because you can't do it. And you're putting it in the manifesto. What was the real objective, Navika? Using the Uniform Civil Code as a tool for communal polarization in Gujarat and Himachal. In Gujarat, probably it worked to some extent. Himachal and Karnataka have rejected them. I think India is wakening up to the reality that there are fundamental challenges in the economy of jobs, of development, of a shrinking middle class, corruption and what have you. And they will not fall for this Hindutva playbook.
Hindutva flavor. Well, it has always been in their manifesto. So why are you looking so surprised?
Quick
respond, Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao.
Navika, I think it's very surprising that the Congress party wants to claim that they also have something to contribute for the construction of the Ram temple. You were in power and you made every effort to delay court judgments. Had Congress been in power, this judgment or this even the verdict could not have come about for 100 more years. You would have subverted the judicial process. You would never have allowed even translation of the transcripts to happen. You would, in fact, Kapil Sibal, as one of the lawyers in the case, went to the court saying, no, this should not be taken up because this will influence election outcomes. I think you have made every effort, Sanjay, the Congress party, for which you continue to vouch. This party tried to subvert even the judicial processes. The judgment came about only because there is a BJP government at the state and center which facilitated the court to make its own judgment by providing all the support to the court. You would never have allowed a judgment to come for next 100 years. After 500 years, if India, as Chief Minister says, if Ram Lalla is going to be Virajman in the new temple, it is certainly thanks to the BJP and its campaigns which
I can't disagree with Mr. Rao, Dr. Jha, simply because the BJP has kept it in its manifesto election after election, and frankly they have followed it right up until the end, and today you're questioning why are they making political capital about it. Well, you made political capital about the freebies in Himachal Pradesh. Today you can't even pay salaries to government employees because you promised to give them 200 units of free electricity. How about that? At least they are fulfilling some of the promises that they put upfront in their manifesto.
Navika, the truth is that the BJP has always used, whether it's Article 370, which by the way still remains sub judice, we'll have to see what the Supreme Court says about it. Number two, the Ram Temple has been finally, a verdict has been delivered by a very eminent panel of judges from the Supreme Court. I mean, I think the BJP is committing contempt of court. You can't take a Supreme Court verdict and
Well,
say this is
fantastic, Dr. Sanjay Jha, fantastic. UCC in their manifesto, you're questioning that. Ram Mandir in their manifesto, and the Congress party made every attempt to try and delay the verdict, but today has a problem with BJP taking credit for it. I want to ask Mr. Ratan Sharda, playing it both ways, is the Congress doing that?
Well, Navika, there is a better word than hypocrisy, because Sanjay Jha is very good at words. It is called dogalapan. You play a dogala game, you play two sides of the, speak from two sides of your mouth. So it's something that must be highlighted. Regarding Ram Temple, enough has been said. I would not add more, but to say that it was a struggle since 1948 itself onwards. It was intensified by the Sangh BJP in 1986, finally resulted in this particular result. They wanted to stop it every possible way. Their Marxist historians, their Maulana leaders, everybody tried to stop it. Finally, Hindu society won. Coming to CA, coming to Uniform Civil Code, the same people who objected to CA saying that the law should be uniform for all and Muslims should also get benefit of CAA, though this particular law was meant for Muslims and Hindus outside India, not inside India, still they made a song and dance of it, saying that law should be uniform for all because we are secular. In case of UCC, they said, no, we are plural. We are secular, but every religion, every sect must have their own rightful place, and we must believe in plurality. So on CA, they want uniformity. On UCC, they want plurality. And if somebody says that I will follow my own personal laws, pray tell, will you be going for Sharia criminal laws also? No, because that is not beneficial to you. Coming to more serious issue of UCC, if you say when Directive Principle was passed, you mean to say that the people who passed Uniform Civil Code Directive Principle were communal? Are you trying to say that Constituent Assembly, when it refused to put secular word in the preamble, was it communal? And when you say you're a secular state, how does religion become a measuring rod for different laws? And Goa has a Uniform Civil Code for years together. There are Christian, Muslims and Hindus living there. Nobody had ever a problem. Forget about other countries. In Goa itself, it should be taken as model. And do we know that it's only a question of Hindu law? No. Muslims can't adopt. Christians can't divorce easily. So when then Hindu code was made, Nehru indirectly said that I cannot implement UCC because I'm not sure of Muslims. So the idea of UCC was given up and postponed because the Congress and Nehru are afraid of looking at Muslims because they won't believe. So you have this issue of on one side you want to say we are a secular nation, we should have laws which are similar to all. And how does it affect anybody in their religious beliefs? Do you mean to say when Muslims say that triple talaq is out, but talaq over a period of 2 months, and that period, 1 month of cooling off period, if that is also given to others, so should we add it to the Uniform Civil Code also? Because ultimately the Constitution has to give justice to all, discrimination to none, whether women or children or whether
absolutely.